Good evening, guys. I just wanted to give a shout out first to my girls in Guyana, in Venezuela, Florida, California. I know you in Europe, you're sleeping. But for everyone around the world, all the women around the world, I want to give a shout out. This is for you. I love you so much. Now, I have a dream. I have a vision. And I have a vision for all the women around the world to be empowered. I've had this vision as a child. And tonight, I want to show you the power of belief. I have a concept, a new concept. And like all new concept, this is going to take a while to sink in. You will probably need to hear this more than once. But my message is, I would like to teach by example. I have a fear, and I am looking to gain as much confidence as I can. And I would like not the women that already have confidence, not the women that are way up there, not the women that already are successful. I want to talk to the women like me. I want to talk to the women who are looking to gain confidence, to overcome their fears. And I'm going to tell you a lot of little stories tonight. What I want to make clear is, don't just listen to my stories. They are just stories. I want you to get the point of the story. In each story, there is a message. The message basically is, I have been there and I have done that. And I want to show you that if I can do it, so can you. So I'm very excited. I'm beyond excited to be here. I'm a little nervous, but I'm very, very excited. Because this is a journey. This is the beginning of a journey that's going to make a difference in a lot of women's life. And so I'm so happy that you're joining me and that you're here with me. And if you're not with me, you can see it. You can see the video after. So I need to look at my notes. Yes, I have been supported by many, many, many women in my life. The first of who is my mother. My mother inspired me tremendously, and I'd like to give her thanks today, for without her, I would not be here. And I just want to say one thing about courage. Women have a lot of courage. All you have to do is look at the women with more than one children. My mother has 7. That takes courage. After I had 1, I certainly didn't want to go have another. So we have a lot of courage. We all have courage. And it takes courage to do what I'm asking. I also want to say that I am blessed. I am blessed beyond words, because I am truly where I designed my life to be today. I designed my life to travel, and here I am, exactly what I wanted to do. And that's because I believed in myself. I've always had a very, very strong belief in myself. And from the stories that I'm going to tell you, you will see that believing is almost everything, or I would say in my case, believing is everything. If I did not believe, I wouldn't be here. And you will absolutely love the person you become on your journey. My journey was my journey, but the person I became in my journey, that is what counts. So I've divided the lesson into 2 parts. First, I'll tell you a bit about myself so you get to know me, and then we'll dive into the topic for tonight. I want to tell you about my credentials. My credentials is I have have 1 year of high school, and when I came to America at 26 years old, I did my GED and I got my diploma. But I also had 20 years of personal development experience, which is equivalent to about, definitely to a university diploma. I listen to self-development audiobooks in my car all the time. The one that most inspired me and the one that I feel more of an affinity to is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. So I lived in 7 countries before I came to the United States, and I gathered a huge amount of experience in that time. I also took classes of coaching classes, and I've joined several groups which gave me life experience. So these are my credentials for those of you who are wondering why I'm taking the job of leading women. But I am leading by example. The whole point here is that everyone should be able, unless you're from a different planet, so everyone should be able to do what I'm doing. If I can do it, you can do it too. So, my father had no worldly riches to leave me when he died. However, he gave me something worth far more. He taught me what the word trust is. And my entire life, I tried my best to inspire trust in people, or to gain the trust of people. Keeping my word meant everything to me. And today, that has come in. It's much more important than any riches I could have. And I'd like to give that to you. So when my sister said to me, she said, "You're the only one in the family that I can depend on to come in time," I was taken aback because I never even thought of it. But those are my principles kicking in. I live by values and principles, and they have kept me and brought me through the years. And I will share with you. So I was listening to my audiobooks one day, and there was a list of principles listed in the audiobook. And as I listened, I said to myself, check, check, check. Every principle, every success principle that was listed in the book, I kept checking. I have that, I have that, I have that. Which made me come to think that, you know what? I can possibly be successful myself. And that belief, the belief I had in myself, and mixed with the belief that this newfound belief, really propelled me. So before we dive into the fun part, I'd like to give the book definition and my definition of fear and confidence. Fear is an emotion you have when you feel that you are in danger. And fear for me is the emotion I have in my tummy right now as I'm speaking to you. But I'm speaking to you despite my fear. Self-confidence is how you feel about your belief, about your abilities. But in my case, self-confidence for me is when I go to a group or a large group of 1,000 people or more, and I can walk up on the stage and start dancing and everybody is following me. That for me is my self-confidence. So everyone, you all have your own measure of self-confidence. You all have something that you love to do, that it doesn't matter what, it carries you through. For me, it's dancing. And later on today, I am going to show you what I mean. Here's the page missing here. Okay, so there are different kinds of fears. There's all different kinds of fears. And I am going to choose a few of the ones that I have experienced over the years, coupled with my life experience. And I will show you what I did to overcome those fears. So I left home when I was about, I like to say that I left home when I was 10 mentally, but physically I left when I was 16. The fears that I felt when I left home were, maybe you can identify with some of these fears. Let's see. I felt alone. I felt alone, and I felt definitely pain and hurt. I was leaving my mother behind. I had no idea. I felt uncertain. I had no idea where I was going. But what carried me through that period, that dark period of my life, and what still carries me through today, in every challenge that I have taken myself, this is what basically got me through. And at night when I go to bed, I would go to bed with this belief in my heart. And I would say to myself, it became a chant. I would keep chanting. I would say, I will do what it takes to survive. I will do what it takes to survive. So having a strong belief and knowing that you will do whatever it takes is amazingly strong. And you can do that too. I want to show you, it's not just that I'm looking to show you what I did.